What's up, everybody? Wagey checking in for another court chat. Today we want to discuss, I got a couple comments from a video that I put out about my opinion is viewing people as children. And the individual commented on that, by the way, thanks for the engagement, stating that, being an adult is maturing and knowing right from wrong and, being in control of your emotional state and so on and so forth. And my first thought about that was that, especially because, if you're aware, I'm raising the next generation and I'm also communicating with all of you and people close to me in my community about emotional growth and development. They're capable of doing this without the adult title. My youngest is 4. He's learning to manage and take control over who he is. Like I understand the thought, but then again, this is that mental structure, the framework that most of us are caught up in regards to some of these terms. Being an adult, they're technically children. Another frame of reference, but they're just little human beings. I'm an older human being, they're younger human beings. They're just human beings. And as human beings at any age, probably at the younger age is where you're more malleable. That's why most of us have this cemented program in our mind that makes it difficult to readjust in regards to the changing environment around us. Survival mode, because we're clinging on to what we know and forcing it to work in the world that we find ourselves in, even though it's vastly different. And this is why the younger generation don't have that firmware, and they are like, no, I'm gonna deal with these feelings, and you're gonna help me. So in regards to that, I dealt with a bunch of pain. I left a bunch of generational stuff behind, and I'm helping the younger generation identify, process, and progress. Because it's a marketing term. They're just younger humans. And again, she spoke about healing the inner child. Doing that, realizing what goals and dreams that I actually had and accomplished, I get to be more childlike. Again, marketing term, adolescent, older, younger age human. That's when you learn the flexibility between play and responsibility. And if you can maintain throughout that life, you're probably gonna have a higher enjoyment. Man, this whole system that we have in play right now is kind of so messed up. The reason that you're supposed to have your family unit intact is because it spurs growth and development. The grandparents are supposed to spend time around the kid. That's what keeps the neurons firing and helps the younger ones grow and the older ones kind of stay younger. You're supposed to do, in regards to things that are supposed to be done, that's one of them. But right now, because we don't appreciate some of the concepts that have been given to us, and we've been wrong, we've been betrayed, we've been hurt, and then the feelings behind that haven't been properly processed, some of this gotta let go. Which is understandable, because when it comes to saving people, you can't save somebody that doesn't know that they're drowning, and you can't help them out if they won't listen. It's difficult, it sucks. It's one of the reasons that I get to be sad, because I want better for people, but I can't force them to be better. You know what I'm saying? And then over my evolution, the things that I've got to see kind of lean in my direction have been very interesting. I've been a nurturing provider since I can remember. The life in my house is abundant and rich. I love it. If you've seen the videos, I have a house full of plants. I love to propagate, nurture, and produce life and keep it going. I love to tend the garden, so to speak. mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and otherwise. I enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge. I am grateful for the trials and the solutions that have been presented to me in regards to this aspect. But yeah, like I found that funny because again, teaching young human beings about these particular concepts, they catch on rather fast. You've heard me mention discussions that I get to have with my daughter, and like as of late, like the richness of that connection has been continuing to blossom and bloom, and I can't be more proud of that. In regards to her coming to me with her emotions, I love it. I love having that safe space for her to receive that kind of information. And then I get to give that to the younger one too. I get to provide this on a multitude of levels. It's insane. I didn't know what I wasn't giving to myself previously. And then again, being able to provide that and enrich my connections, I love it. So this might be a quick one. It's in and out, but like, yeah. It's a marketing term. It really is. Because I'm sure you've seen so-called adults that don't have the maturity of some younger human beings. And I'm sure you've seen younger human beings that might have the maturity of older ones. My daughter is one of the oldest souls that I've had the pleasure of meeting. She's a blessing to myself and everybody around her. She's one of the things that I don't think I deserve the most, and that I'm like happy to have. Never tell her that. No, I'm just kidding. But like for sure, she's been a blessing on so many levels that I can't really explain it to. And then the little dude, just because we get to bond with each other as men, like it's insane. That's one of the discussions that we had. This is between me and her, but we got to have these discussions. It's amazing. And I'm proud to be her father and to be somebody that she can seek guidance and confide in. I love it. And I get to do that for the younger one as well. I'm proud of the family that I've created. I'm glad that I get to share these kind of insights with you. And then I hope, not preaching the gospel, sharing the insight. If you find something that you can take from it, by all means, please do. Leave the rest that doesn't matter to you. Put your train on the tracks, heading in the direction that you want to go. On that note, Ouija's out.